Hello soccer fans, welcome to Manchester United Update News. Subscribe for more Manchester United news, match previews, and transfer updates. Zinedine Zidane would need 2 assurances to accept Man United manager offer. Emmanuel Petit has offered some insight as his friend Zinedine Zidane continues to be linked with the Man United manager job. Emmanuel Petit, a France World Cup winner, has claimed that Zinedine Zidane would require a series of assurances from Sir Jim Ratcliffe before he'd even contemplate taking the reins at Manchester United. The Real Madrid legend is very conscious about player quality and would need to be convinced he can tackle the issues at Old Trafford. Petit has indicated that Zidane would only entertain an offer if he's confident in addressing the current challenges facing the club. Despite this, concerns over the squad's quality and potential language barriers could hinder his potential appointment. Amidst a flurry of speculation, Zidane has been recently linked with the managerial position at Old Trafford, as Erik ten Hag braces for Brentford amidst scrutiny following a disappointing season start. With just 3 wins out of 11 in all competitions and 2 from 7 in the Premier League, the pressure is mounting. Zidane's name is not new in the context of a possible saviour for the Red Devils, and with Didier Deschamps showing no signs of vacating the French national team's helm, the rumour mill is abuzz yet again. Nonetheless, speaking to the Manchester Evening News, Petit expressed scepticism about the likelihood of Zidane making such a move. He mused over whether Zidane would be willing to leave his comfortable life in Madrid, stating, "I'm not sure that he speaks very good English as well. And communication is very important in the dressing room." The Red Devils struggled to replicate their heyday success since the departure of the legendary Sir Alex Ferguson in 2013 has been palpable, with the club clinching just 5 top 4 finishes since then. Their alarming 8th place finish in the previous season marks the lowest in their Premier League history. Despite bagging 5 major trophies during this time, including the 2016 Europa League, United's presence has been markedly absent beyond the Champions League quarter-finals. For Zidane, tipped by some as a potential saviour amid United's current slump to 14th in the table and a 3-game goal drought, Old Trafford might not hold much allure, suggests former Manchester United chief executive reveals why Ronaldinho transfer failed. Former Manchester United chief executive Peter Kenyon has revealed that Ronaldinho's proposed move to Old Trafford collapsed due to concerns over the Brazilian's entourage. United were in the running to sign the Brazilian from Paris Saint-Germain in the summer of 2003 before Barcelona went on to complete a £21 million deal. During his time at Barca, Ronaldinho won the Ballon d'Or and helped the club win 2 La Liga titles and the Champions League. Speaking on Rio Ferdinand Presents, Kenyon revealed Sir Alex Ferguson was at the centre of negotiations, but ultimately United pulled out of the running due to questions about Ronaldinho's environment. "What actually happened was we did chase him hard, we did look at him hard," Kenyon said. Asked if United had agreed a fee with PSG for Ronaldinho but then lowered that figure, Kenyon replied, "Absolutely wrong. Let's kill the myth. Maybe a rumour but it's not true. Look, this was the same as any other transfer. Alex would be involved in it. Critical decisions. Does he want him? Why he wants him? Where he would play? Who would he replace?" So Alex was involved all the way through. Normally in these cases you're dealing with the player and his agent. Here we're dealing with the player, and his several agents and about 20 other people in the room. Yes, he's a great player, yes, he could play, but suddenly we're into a whole different thing. Really our first Brazilian, injecting that sort of culture around training, not normally on time, which is a massive thing. Brazilian health culture is different. Fantastic players, but there were all sorts of other things that started to get introduced into this, and he was clearly coming with a lot of people. Ferdinand added, "We signed loads of period over that period of time and loads of players came into the Premier League with their own physio, and it's like at our club that was never happening, you couldn't do that." Kenyon replied, "Correct, this started to become a bigger issue than the money. We sort of got an agreement with the club, we could have got an agreement with the player, but it was all starting to get to the edges. We came back and sort of said, look, on balance, we don't think this will work." David Beckham had just moved on, and part of that was around the environment, not just playing. As to Man United hinges on Rashford or Fernandes' sale. Football Transfers understands that Manchester United have been closely monitoring Crystal Palace winger Eberechi Eze, with the club's scouting department keeping tabs on the England international throughout last season. However, according to sources, a potential move for Eze, who has a £60 million (€72 million) release clause, remains out of reach unless a significant departure occurs from Old Trafford. The names most linked to a potential exit are none other than Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, two of the Red Devils' most high-profile players. If either of them were to be sold, it would clear the financial room for Man United to make a serious bid for Ez. We hear that United are attracted to the 26-year-old due to his versatility. The Crystal Palace star can operate in both positions currently occupied by Rashford and Fernandes, which explains why the club has been so keenly scouting him. His ability to play as an attacking midfielder or as a wide forward makes him an appealing target for the Red Devils, particularly as they look to bolster their attacking options. Crystal Palace not keen on Antony. Despite reports suggesting Antony, who joined Man United from Ajax for €95 million in 2022, could be part of a swap deal to facilitate Ez's arrival, sources close to Crystal Palace have indicated that they have no interest in the Brazilian winger. The Eagles are standing firm on their valuation and will not entertain any offers below the £60 million release clause. As things stand, a move for Ez is unlikely unless Man United decide to cash in on one of their star attackers. So far this season, the England international has been forced to shoulder a lot of offensive responsibility for a Palace side struggling to score after the departure of Michael Olise. Ez has found the net 3 times and provided 1 assist in 9 appearances. Thanks for watching.